With total revenues in the gaming industry reaching new heights at $25 billion, we at Nerf'd are exploring how females are underrepresented in the industry despite being the larger consumer base.
By 2019, the global games market is expected to grow from $91.8 billion to a staggering $118.6 billion. The UK was estimated to be the sixth largest video game market in relation to consumer revenues.
Hey, I'm Saoirse and this is Nerf'd, and today we're going to be looking at how females are represented in the gaming industry and online. We're going to examine the cases of female Twitch streamers such as legendary Leah and Caseytron, who were both banned for exploiting their sexuality for fame and money.
It's got to be men, because all of my guy friends, we just play PS3, PS4 every single weekend, Xbox. I don't know any girls that have the PS3 or Xbox, so.
I feel that men have a lot more video game consoles than women, because down to even my personal experience, we always, me and my guys used to play all the time on it. And also, when you go on YouTube, you're only seeing male video gamers, doing the walkthroughs and that, so, sorry girls.
We sourced our data from Pew Research Centre, which is an independent body that conducted a survey in 2015. The survey showed that against the public's stereotypical opinion, women are in fact the larger shares of console owners. Women own 52% of game consoles in the UK, whilst men only clocked in at 48%. So, even though women are a larger market share in the gaming industry, why do they have to exploit their sexuality to gain fame when online gaming?
Just in the last year, over 5 female streamers have been banned for exploiting their sexuality. A very recent example, which follows the trend of many other female gamers, was Leah, who was banned permanently for wearing provocative clothing and using this as a means to gain fame online.
I'm outside Meltdown Bar to meet with blogger and Twitch streamer Ella Bombs Away More to discuss the recent controversy surrounding female Twitch streamers online that have been banned for flashing.
We sat down with video game journalist and part-time streamer Ella Moore to get her take on the story. Just above 20% of Twitch TV streamers are female. And whilst not all of them use cheap tricks to gain notoriety online, the gender as a whole has been given a bad reputation on that part of the internet.
Many of the streamers out there are very popular and have a huge following from their sheer skills in playing some of these games. One example, Panda Girl, is a Danish streamer who mainly plays Counter-Strike Global Offensive. She's in the third top tier of the game and has built a loyal following through providing advice for many of her viewers.
So many reasons. I think if we look at who's been running and working in major entertainment industries for the last 20 years, you'll see how and why women have been forced to conform to selling their sexual identity. If you look at management in the film, music and video games industries, they've all been dominated by men in the last 30 years, and so in turn this has created an environment where women are completely left out of the creative process. This is the fault of modern society we live in today. Gaming over the last 5 years has really changed its persona. Prior to the explosion of portable gaming on mobile phones, and of course YouTube's rapid growth, gaming was often viewed as something that, and pardon my generalisation, reclusive men tended to partake in. And whilst things are slowly changing, this view has remained amongst a lot of older generations, and it's because a lot of this generation is still part of the workforce that operates entertainment technology. Gaming, at least, for the next few years will still be viewed as a man's hobby. I agree. The lack of women appointed at senior research level means that female concerns may not be reflected in the research. Male researchers are more likely to have their work published, and studies which find evidence of gender differences are more likely to appear in journal articles. This institutional sexism in the area of computer science trickles down into the consumer base.